Well, here we are in Port Angeles, Boat Haven, Boat Yard. We hauled out here 5 years ago and we really liked it. Kind of a small little boat yard and they let you do your own work. Kind of nice people here, so. And it's a good price, that helps. So we're going to haul our boat out and give Emerald Steel a little TLC. She's gotten battered and bruised in the last year and a half, so she needs a little love.
If you want to push the boat, don't push it by top rating, lower rating.
Oh, really? Got it.
It's not as strong, but not that strong.
Wait. Yeah, we don't need to push it anymore. Just let it float for a sec.
You want me to stop her?
Yeah, slow down just a little bit. Watch front.
More, watch the front.
There you go. Perfect.
I feel like I should probably be helping here, Jules.
Oh no.
I wonder how dirty she's gonna be. This is the part I really love. Hauling out in the boatyard. Most women hate it. I love it. Kind of weird.
Here's Susan supervising.
She looks really good.
It looks like she needs a little cleaning, but overall she looks pretty good. We cleaned her about 2 months ago in Hawaii, right before departure.
Although it looks like we're just going to have to put one coat of bottom paint on, it's still good to haul out after a long passage to check things out and make sure everything's okay. See guys, Jules actually does work sometimes too. I got it on film here. Go there with a scraper and scrape them off.
We're gonna do 1 or 2.
There's our 75-pound CQR that we're using right now. see it pretty good.
Yeah, we went to get something.
That's our power anchor, heavy duty, the heavy pounder we call it. After that little fiasco in Kaneohe Bay, we decided we were going to use it all the time. No sense having it in the bilge instead of up and usable. Okay, we just hauled out at one of our favorite boat yards here in Port Angeles, and we did a lot of grinding and sanding, painting the bottom, painted the rub rail, and a lot of other little jobs, but she's pretty much done. It's been about 10 days we've been out, and we're ready to go back in the water.
Okay.
After looking out the hatch, the first thing that crossed my mind was, did we drag into the channel?
But only a minute or so later, the ship turned, and then I realized ferry,
yeah.
which was running between Port Angeles and Victoria, Canada, and that was its normal route to get into the harbor. But anyway, my heart was pounding very hard for a second, thinking that I'm on the way of the shipping line.
We anchored in front of the Red Lion Hotel. There is a small beach there where you can land your dinghy, and from there it's just a short walk to Safeway. At the harbor they have some really nice murals depicting scenes from the past.
Our hard dinghy also have a flotation compartment, which we're also using for storing our rubber boots, etc. In a place like this here, where the beach consists mainly of the small rocks, we like to bring our hard dinghy, because inflatable is not the smartest thing to drag up on the rocks. Also, in the case of stealing, a hard dinghy is not so easy to steal and hide it, because inflatable you can always deflate it and put it down below. Now, as you can see here, we have wheels on our dinghy, so it's easy to lift it up and carry up high in the beach, so you're away from the high tide. And also we always make sure we lock her up with a cable to whatever place possible. In this case is rocks.
And your oars.
And also the oars.
Having dinghy wheels makes things much easier, especially when you have a long way to pull, and they also protect the bottom from getting damaged. Once your dinghy gets in the water, you can fold up the wheels, and it makes it quite handy. We use our dinghy wheels. They're indispensable for us. When we're in a quiet anchorage and it's not too far, we use our hard dinghy and we find it quite enjoyable to row. We just returned from the store and Jules is unloading the groceries onto the deck. So when we got back to the boat, we had to stow away all of our provisions that we bought. The potatoes, onions, and fresh vegetables we store in the bilges. The canned goods we keep underneath our settees. And the meats and cheeses and refrigerated items we put into the refrigerator. But first I had to defrost so it would keep everything nice and cold. We're just heading across to Lopez Island in the San Juans. And we left Port Angeles about an hour and a half ago. It's pretty calm out here in the straits, and there's looks like a humpback whale out here. I'm going to try to get a little footage of it if I can. Naturally, now that I have the camera out, she's not going to show up. Yesterday we left Port Angeles and we sailed across the Straits of Juan de Fuca to Lopez Island. It's about 25 miles across, and it took us about 5 hours to get here. Right now we're anchored in McKay's Harbor. It's a very nice, quiet little place. Not much going on here, but they do have a nice little dinghy dock over there, and it takes about a mile. It's about a mile and a half to a nice little general store they have in town. Actually, not much of a town, just a little general store. And later on, probably about an hour or so, we're going to head over to Friday Harbor. We're going to go through the San Juan Channel and actually through Cattle Pass is where they have us. We're just leaving McKay's Harbor. We were anchored here last night and we're just heading out to Friday Harbor. Give you a little glimpse of the area. It is so pretty here and I'm very happy to be back. I really love it here. You have to be careful when you're navigating around here because there's lots of buoys. They're probably crab cages, I imagine, right now. That's why if you navigate around here at night, you have to have a good spotlight when you're coming into the harbors because you don't want to get tangled up with one of them. There's some weird currents up here ahead again. Right now we're going to start getting flipped around, I bet you. It's about an hour before slack tide and trying to power right through it. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. It's hard to steer straight through these things. When you're cruising in the Pacific Northwest, you have to be prepared to deal with the tricky currents that you'll encounter in most of the passes. On top of that, you have to keep a sharp lookout for all the debris, kelp, and logs, etc. because the passes are the last place you want to get something wrapped around your prop and have your engine out of commission. With a strong and unpredictable current, you could end up on a shore or on one of the many rocks in no time. This little weird current right here. Okay, we're just coming into Friday Harbor, and that's where we anchored, just straight ahead. And this is Brown Island off to the right here. Provides some protection for the harbor. It's kind of nice. Actually, this is called Shipyard Cove. Friday Harbor is a little further to the right, but we like to anchor down here. It's quieter. There's Shipyard Cove Marina. We tied our boat up there one time while we went to Czech Republic and Slovakia. You remember this place, Jules?
Yep. I'm coming back home.
There's a ferry. Goes between all the islands and the mainland. Hey guys, that's it for now. I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, please don't forget to leave a comment and a thumb up. We love hearing from you. And before we leave, we'd like to thank all of you that support our channel through Patreon and PayPal. We really appreciate your support, guys, and we will see you all next time. Bye-bye.